is some advice about how to work together well in a team. First, there's much confusion today about what constitutes team leadership. In a healthy team, we'll have those who are strong in leadership characteristics and those who are strong in management characteristics and those in between. As each person finds his appropriate place in the flow of things, the team will do well. If the team, however, makes all the visionary big picture decisions by unanimous agreement, if that is your conception of what team leadership means, then many times those decisions will be the wrong ones, since they will often be made by managers whose abilities and priorities are fundamentally different from leaders. The leaders need to make the leadership decisions, with input from the managers, of course. The managers need to make the management decisions, again, of course, with input from the leaders. Together, it will work very well. Often, managers in a team will want the leaders to be held accountable. Certainly, the leader must be accountable. But this is not accomplished by putting managers in charge of the leader's every decision. If that happens, the organization will never go anywhere. The leaders will want to move ahead, but the managers, who are typically more cautious and less comfortable with the uncertainty of the future, will be given veto power because a unanimous agreement is required to make a decision. In this way, what is popularly called team leadership in many circles is in reality team management. Managers should allow leaders to make the leadership decisions, and leaders should allow managers to make management decisions. And those with strong leadership management mix in their abilities should clearly understand the nature of the particular decision that is before them and make that decision accordingly. In a prayerful spirit of mutual understanding and submission, such a strategy works well. Second, many times visionary leaders give their managers projects to accomplish that the managers know are genuinely unrealistic. For example, the manager may recognize that the organization's resources are already stretched beyond their capacity, and the new project simply cannot successfully be undertaken. How should the manager respond in such a situation? Often, frustrated managers will respond negatively to their leaders by simply telling them, "We can't do this. You're asking too much." Here's a better response. Instead say, "This new vision is wonderful. Let's work together to accomplish it. However, due to our existing obligations, we simply don't have the resources necessary at this time to do it all. The people, the time, the money. But we want to do it all. So please work with me so that we can either rearrange our existing commitments or somehow gain new resources so that we can do it all." Such a response will usually be met with favor from the leader, rather than simply his frustration at being simply told, "We can't do it." This positive approach will accomplish two additional things. First, it will help the leader better connect with the daily organizational realities that the manager lives with. Second, it will help the manager better connect with the future possibilities that the visionary leader lives with. Third, the distinction between leaders and managers should not be used as an excuse for sloppiness or lack of diligence and responsibility on the part of the leader. Unfortunately, it sometimes is, although not by you, I'm sure. Some leaders don't even try to improve their management skills, instead leaving all of the details and the responsibilities for the daily life of the organization for others to worry about. Sadly, some people even seek leadership roles because those roles appear easier than management roles. Consequently, we end up with leaders who don't have adequate leadership skills, or they're sloppy and careless in their work. Not having the true inner disciplines of leadership in place in their lives, it's as if they're driving a car without a clear destination. They just get in the car, start driving down the road, they get an impulse that they should turn here, and so they go in that direction, and then later they decide, oh no, we'd better go over there, and so they swerve off in that direction. They constantly fly by the seat of their pants. Half the time, they go in circles. They may generate a lot of hype and excitement in the process, but they never really accomplish anything or lead anyone anywhere. Such leaders are often able to spiritualize their personal disorganization. They justify that kind of personal lifestyle and leadership as being led by the Spirit. In reality, they're reeds shaken in the wind, blown about by every wind of new vision. The truth is, good leadership is just as disciplined a process as management is, perhaps more so, and it usually carries greater responsibilities. Finally, determine what God's calling is for your life and then do it well. God made you who you are. Your personality, your gifts, your talents, your experiences, they all contribute to the unique person that you are now. Be who you are and do it well. That's what counts. Leadership may appear on the surface to be more glamorous, but if it is not what God has called you to do, you're wasting precious time pursuing something that is not God's will. Know your calling and do it well.